Hey, welcome to Spirit Soul Sense, Information for Your Soul. I'm Shareece, and relationships are for the evolution of your soul. I think marriage definitely for the evolution of your soul. Any sort of long-term, romantic, intimate partnership, it's unlike any other relationship there is. I think I have different parts to this video, and the biggest thing I want to leave you with is the best way to get the outcome you want with another person is to get a focus on yourself. Who you are, what your wants are, what your healing is like, that will get you whatever it is that you're looking for. It starts with you. That being said, I have some books I wanted to share with you because they're about relationships, they're about love, and it's a reflection of the sort of work that I've done to align myself for a really healthy relationship, happy relationship. Like, I think that's really important. So books, and then I'm gonna get into like actual tips because I'm not really an expert at like online dating, but I've had a lot of fun with online dating. I've had a lot of success with just dating, not even relationships. Like, after I was out of my abusive relationship, I've just had a lot of success with meeting people, vibing with people, letting people go if they're not really what I'm looking for. So here are some books, and one of these might align with you. All of these didn't, but as you read stuff and then you realize after the fact. So I have a book review on this book, The Spirit of Intimacy, Ancient African Teachings in the Ways of Relationships. And what I love about this book is the focus on community. I think one of the things that's sort of lost in, urban areas, really individualistic types of societies, is the community aspect is lost when you don't have a church home. Like, I don't want a church. You don't have a community space where people rely on you all's relationship to provide something for the community. And so to me, this book just makes you think about relationship in a more collectivistic sort of way. Like families coming together, and because I come from an island, I really like that perspective. The Mastery of Love, there's no book on this. I haven't done a review on this because it's Don Miguel Ruiz. He has really good books, but they're so short, they're really straightforward, they're just easy to read, and I mean helpful in understanding love in general. This is not just about like romantic relationships. I read this book. I don't remember why I bought this book, but it's complicated, but it doesn't have to be. That's really true. Dating does not have to be so complicated. A Modern Guide to Finding and Keeping Love. So this is a married gentleman. This book, I think, helps with this title. Like, if you are having anxiety, fear, disappointments around dating, I think this will help to change your mind frame in that dating is fun. Like, getting to know new people is a fun experience, and it doesn't have to be so hard. Let me see if he says, finding and keeping a mate has never been harder than it is today in an era of tweeting, poking, messaging. Nobody pokes anymore, right? That's Facebook. Texting, and at a time when love interests are subjected to Google searches before the first date, I would recommend you not do that. And when more and more people are delaying marriage in pursuit of education, right? The whole world is changing. Navigating the often confusing love landscape that now exists both on and offline. Love these days can certainly be complicated, but as modern day matchmaker Carrick Brunson proves, it doesn't have to be. His years of research and expertise as a matchmaker. Is marriage right for my personality type? Questions to ask yourself. Do the rules of chivalry still apply? I would say yes. How do I date more than one person without hurting feelings? Well, I'm not sure there's a way. What mode of communication is best for asking someone on a date? Questions. So this, I would recommend this book. I don't know. It's a helpful. Don't take it so seriously, but also keep in mind these certain aspects about people in general. Gary Zukav is my favorite white person. I say all the time, if I was born in the 19 whatevers when he was born, I would live my life like he is living his life. So I really like Gary Zukav. I think right now on Facebook he's doing lives, but I forget what they're about. I said I would check in, but he's real elderly, and so his lives are like that. But he's great. He's great. And so I don't think he's married. Maybe he is married to his spiritual partner who didn't he write this book with her? No, I think he has another book with his spiritual partner, Linda. I forgot her name, Linda something. But the way he talks about relationship, I think is really unlike what other people think about it as. And it's not like soulmate. Like, it's not like life partner. It's really, I don't know, the spiritual partnership. It's like we understand that we're here to help each other evolve. Just people in general. We're here to help each other evolve. And then when you find that long-term intimate partner, like together, together as a unit, y'all can just do magic. So I really like Gary Zukav. So I have a bunch of his books. And then my last one that I would recommend, generally speaking, I check out books from my online library. These books that I have are from years ago, and at a time when I was buying in-person books. Sometimes I still, if I want to refer back to a book, I'll buy it. But I don't really, most of those books, yeah, I guess. But, a book like this, I would not buy in 2021. I wouldn't buy a book like this in person. Like, I would, if I couldn't find it online, I just wouldn't buy it. But that's to say I didn't really like this book. The Engagement Game, Why I Said I Don't to Marriage and I Do to Me. I've been engaged before, 2 or 3. I've been engaged before, so I could relate to the fact that, okay, we're not in a good place. We're not gonna get married kind of thing. But she's sort of real American in her thing. Not that that's a bad thing, but I'm less individualistic, probably more collectivistic, but I'm still, like I moved away from home for career and stuff. So that just says something about me. Anyway, here it is. Joi-Marie thought she had it all figured out at 28 years old. She had an enviable job. Her close-knit family was loving and supportive. Her boyfriend was close to perfect, except for the fact that he hadn't proposed. She decided, I don't know what that's like to be waiting for a man to propose. She decided it was time to play the game, the engagement game, in order to get him to drop down on one knee. Don't play games with people. She received a laundry list of advice on how to secure a proposal, even researching how to cook engagement chicken, and realized that in the process she slowly became a person she didn't recognize. I could imagine. After this discovery, she had to make a decision, pretend to be someone she wasn't, in order to have the life she envisioned, or have the courage to be herself and find her happily ever after in a way she never expected. So maybe you might want to read this book. Look at what the author looks like. You might want to read this book. You might not. You might want to read some of the other books. You might not. The point is, you got to look at yourself. What are you doing? What's going to help you? Okay.